This year I ain't playing, I'm on a mission. I don't see no competition. Waiting my turn and I play my position. Sat in the room, I ain't talk, I just listen.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Dave here from JDH Reptiles. It is an update day today. I know it's been a little bit since I put out a video. I've been putting out a bunch of shorts. If you haven't seen those, you can go take a look at my my YouTube page in general. Just click on the page itself, and you can go through all the shorts. I took a lot of videos of animals that I have available on my Morph Market page, and the descriptions of each of those shorts are the links to the Morph Market page. So feel free to check those out. If there's something you see you're interested in, feel free to send me a message. Click the inquire button on Morph Market. Send me a message. We can get you set up. If there's something you're trying to make a deal on, again, hit the inquire button, send me a message. We'll get you set up. As far as the snake room goes right now, the breeding season, as always, is a slow start for me. I usually have my first ovulations February, March. Eggs, could be anywhere from May-ish, usually April to May. And this year's no different. We do finally have our first ovulation. I will post a picture of her right here. So that girl is what I believe to be, what I purchased it as, is a lesser red axanthic genetic stripe. So if it is truly a lesser red axanthic genetic stripe, everything will be het red axanthic, and then we'll have lesser mix from her. And with the pairing, we'll hopefully get some genetic stripe stuff. But I'm actually hoping for some hets because I really want to see what she is. So I'm hoping to not hit a lot of genetic stripe stuff. And I'd like to hit a lot of combos instead that are not genetic stripe, but will be 100% hets. So I'm just reaching over here because what I understand the male to be. Now I produced the male. And looking back at photos, looking back at the video when I hatched it, it has changed so much since when it was a baby compared to what it is now. When I hatched it and I looked at it, I marked it down as a coral glow, yellow belly, calico, black pastel. This is the Barnhart line of black pastel. And see, this is where I'm a little confused. I remember sending a couple sheds out on a couple animals, and I only wanted to keep them if they were het G-stripe. I wrote het G-stripe on this, but I can't find the shed test results proving that it's this animal or any animal. For some reason, in all my receipts and stuff, I don't show sending one out from this clutch for this animal. So I don't know. I'm not sure. So anyways, what I believe this to be when it was a baby was coral glow, calico, yellow belly, black pastel, posset G-stripe. But the tag I wrote for it says het G-stripe, and I'm assuming I wrote this tag because I was keeping this animal, which means I shed tested it, and it did shed test for genetic stripe. So if that's the case, then and her genetics are right and the genetics on this are right, we can have a lot of really cool animals. So everything would be het red axanthic. Then we can have yellow belly, coral glow, calico, Barnhart line black pastel, lesser, some G stripes, some het G stripes. So really cool. She's massive, as you can see from that photo. She's probably, I bet she's somewhere in the 10-pound range, roughly. Maybe even a little larger than that. She's probably 5.5 foot, roughly. She's massive. I'm hoping we get a whole bunch of eggs. That way we could get a mix of everything and try and not only prove out that I was correct. He is actually het for G-stripe. I did shed test him. So we'll get some G-stripes hopefully. But then hopefully the ones that are not G-stripe, we will be able to pick out whether or not and discern whether or not everything has het red axanthic in it. Because if so, it'll prove that this is a red axanthic. I could tell you it's a lesser G-stripe. But lesser and G-stripe make kind of like this gold, silvery animal. I don't know if that's why she's still gold and silvery, because it just overpowers the het red or the red axanthic, or if there's no red axanthic in it. So it's just a fun clutch to do. I can't necessarily think I'm going to keep everything. I might not keep anything, I mean, is what I mean saying. I know I won't keep everything. I'm not sure if I'll keep anything. Matter of fact, depending, both the male and the female might be available this year. Once she lays, once we get the eggs, we open the eggs, I can verify the genetic stripe on that one. I wouldn't want to sell that male. If we don't get any G stripes, I will shed test him, because I wouldn't want to sell him as a het G stripe if I made a mistake and I was supposed to say pos het G stripe. So that, we'll go with that. But it would also be nice to know for sure if she actually is red axanthic and lesser, or if she's just a lesser G stripe. So that's our first ovulation. She ovulated what, on the 26th? Is that what I got written down? 26th. So technically, somewhere around March 26th, she should have a pre-lay shed. And then somewhere around April 26th, in that area, she should lay her clutch. So once she has her pre-lay shed, I will fire up the new incubator. I'll get a couple egg boxes in there. I'll get the egg boxes prepped. I won't get them wet. I'll bring you guys along for the ride, show you what I'm going to do. I got the thermostat already on it. I got it all set up. I just need to turn it on and get it up to temperature. And then, yeah, then we go from there. And we start waiting to collect her eggs. As far as everybody else goes, the 16th of February, I did some ultrasounding. So this pastel Lori on the 16th of February was 25 millimeters. And she is currently being paired with Fire Spot Nose Redhead. So there'll be no hets. Just hoping to make some really cool animals. Maybe I'll get a holdback or two, like a Lori Redhead would be great. Or a Lori Spot Nose Redhead. But she's actually already off feed. So she has missed now at least 1 week. We'll see. I came out maybe 2 weeks. I wrote it down that she missed last week. We'll see if she missed this week. But that's a good sign that she's going off feed. So it means that hopefully she'll ovulate here in the next few weeks. Month at the most. Moving from there. Excuse me. This Het Sunset down here. She was 25 millimeters. Also 24 and a half. So I wrote down 25 millimeters on the 16th. So my plan for her was to pair her to a what we believe to be a lesser pastel cinnamon sunset. We produced it, but I'll show you. This is the animal. I don't know what it is. I'm assuming, look at the head, it's got pastel. I'm assuming there's lesser and cinnamon in it. So that's what I'm saying. I don't think there's any coral glow in it. I think it just looks that way due to the lesser and the cinnamon and the sunset together. Kind of took all the pattern out. We'll see. But she's just a Het Sunset, so it's nice. But anyways, I was supposed to pair her to this one. And unfortunately, I made a mistake. And I paired her multiple times with a Hurricane Lesser Het Sunset that we produced. But this last week, I did pair her with that boy, and they locked. So I'm trying to see if maybe I can get him in one more time before she ovulates, and if so, maybe he'll take the clutch. But to me, it doesn't matter. I'd love to see a Hurricane Sunset. I'd be cool with that. But it would be nice to know what he is genetically, or get an idea for what he is genetically, since she's just a normal Het Sunset. So she's getting close. She did feed last week though, so she's not that far yet. I mean, she'll probably next couple weeks will go off food, but she's not off food yet. Another one, I got this large Het Monarch girl here. She's another one that's got to be like close to 5 foot. She probably weighs another 10 pounds roughly. She was at 28 mils on the 16th, and she is currently being paired with, let me look here real quick. That one's being paired with just our monarch male. So unfortunately, we'll make 100% het monarchs and monarchs. There won't be any supporting genes, nothing like that. But at least, hopefully we get some monarchs that we can offer you guys and get that moving. Maybe I can hold back a female monarch to grow up for a while and see what happens there. We've got a lot of monarch project stuff going on this year. So if I, happen to make a bunch of multi-gene visual monarch stuff, at that point in time, I probably wouldn't hold back just a regular monarch female. But I'm hoping to hit one that I can keep for the time being, because I actually don't have any visual female monarchs at all. I'm working with all hets. So she will most likely be available at the end of this year. Especially, we hit a monarch. I can verify she's a het. I bought her from a reputable breeder who works the monarch project. But since I've never produced a clutch with her yet, and this is at least our second year, maybe third year trying with her. I think it's our second year. I think we tried last year, we didn't get any. And then this year she's doing well. So hopefully we get a clutch from her, and we'll be able to decide whether or not she is. If we get a visual, we'll know she's het. And I'll sell her for a decent price to give you guys a good deal on her. But yeah, so there's that one. I got a bunch of them still in the 10, 12, let's see here, 15 millimeters. So this mahogany lace het lavender albino female, she currently is at 15 mils. She's being paired with a pastel yellow belly lace. So just hoping to make some, really cool lace and white lace combos with this girl here. I could care less about the lavender albino. Matter of fact, depending on what I make in this clutch, she'll probably be sold at the end of this year as well. And yeah, and maybe we'll hold back if we get some cool if we get some cool mahogany white lace stuff. Maybe we'll hold that back and we'll go from there. Otherwise, we'll have some nice lace and hopefully some nice lace and white lace stuff to offer. Next one up. Super Pastel Bamboo Blackhead female, currently at 23 millimeters. She's being paired to our Coral Glow Lesser Sunset. So the cool part is he's a female maker. Now, yes, I've made males with him, but he's a female maker. So I'm hoping to make some really nice Coral Glow Bamboo Blackhead Coral Glow combos, and maybe some females I can hold back and offer. But everything will be 100% het sunset. At the end of this year, she'll probably be available too. So just giving you guys a peek of what to think about here in the fall. Because a lot of these girls that are not directly impacting the projects I want to work will not be here after this year. I've got a whole bunch of monarch stuff that's not breeding this year that will hopefully be breed ready next year. So I'm going to be pushing a lot of monarch stuff. I've got a lot of female visual sunsets that I have produced over the last couple of years that are growing up. Hopefully some of those will be ready to breed next year. So again, if that's the case, all these ones that either don't have hets or they're not monarch or sunset specific, they'll probably be available at the end of the year. Another one here, this Barnhart Line Black Pastel Yellow Belly Butter. She'll stay here because she's very key to our projects, at least for another couple of years, I would assume. But anyways, she was at 15 mils, or technically 14 millimeters. She is being paired with, there's actually in there, let me look, the same, Coral Glow Lesser Sunset. So again, now that one we can potentially make super butters or super lessers, however you want to look at it. Lesser and butter are the same thing. So we can make bells. So in that case, we won't know if they got black pastel. We won't know if they got yellow belly, if they got lesser. But everything will be 100% het for sunset. We should be able to tell if they're coral glow or not, because even if they have blue eyes, they'll have red pupils. And I have produced a super butter coral glow, so I'm pretty good at picking those out, but I can also shed test if necessary. but they will be 100% het for sunset. So some really nice animals here. Let's see here, moving across. We got Acid Orange Dream Highway. She's at 16 millimeters. Beautiful large girl we produced a couple years back. What, 3 years ago? Yeah, 2021. So almost 4 years ago. And she was also paired with that sunset, if I remember right. Yes, Coral Glow Lesser Sunset. So I'm looking for Acid. Well, they'll be Yellow Belly or Gravel. But Acid and Orange Dream and Yellow Belly or Gravel het sunset stuff. Will she stay? I don't know. Probably, but I'm not sure. So that's where we're at there. I have a Lori Black Pewter, so it's a Lori Pastel, Black Pastel, Barnhart line, het albino that we produced. She can start pairing in the middle of April, so she'll most likely go to, I don't know yet. I don't know if she's going to go to sunset stuff, because I do have quite a bit of Lori sunset stuff that I'm holding back. I might actually put her to a monarch this year. My problem is I don't have any visual monarchs, and there's no shed testing right now for monarch. So I should say I have one visual monarch, and it is just a normal monarch. And with Lori and Black Pastel, since they're a lilac, everything will be Lori or Black Pastel, which I can definitely pick. I know I can definitely see the difference. We would have pastel in the mix, so some pastel, some not, and then it'd be het monarch. So I'd be making basically single or 2 gene animals that are 100% het monarch, possible het for albino if you're interested in that. But I don't know if I want to do that. I almost feel like I should probably take this girl one more year and put her to another sunset, a multi-gene sunset, or like maybe my Hurricane Lesser Het sunset. Or I also have this really nice Orange Dream, Coral Glow, Yellow Belly, het sunset, because we have sunset testing. So any het sunsets that we get, or possets, I could shed test and get them test for whether or not they're actually het for sunset. So she can be paired middle of April. Let's see, I've got a couple others that are like that. Continue looking. Another one could be paired around April 1st. It's a pewter sunset, so pastel cinnamon sunset. I think she's going to be paired with that Hurricane Lesser het sunset. So that's the idea for that one. Let's see, who else are we pairing in this stack here? I have Big Calico, High White Calico girl. That's always going to be here. I can't pair her until May. I don't know what we'll do with her this year. Maybe sunset stuff. Not sure. And that's about it for like anything notable. Everything else, like I said, is right around that 12, 13 millimeters and under. So we got some 8 mils, some 10 mils, some 12 mils. I got a couple girls that look like they reverted back. So like I have one of those big het monarch girls who was pretty far along. Well, not pretty far. I think she got up to about 15, 16 mils. And the last time I ultrasounded her, I could only find about 10 mils. So either I just didn't hit a good one, or she's starting to reabsorb. You got to remember, we did move this year. So I moved the entire collection in July and August. So pretty close to when we were getting ready for breeding season. So that in itself can completely destroy this year. If these girls start going on, building and then go off feed and then start losing their building. Anything's possible when you have a year where you move your collection. So I'm hoping for some really good stuff coming out of the hopefully decent amount of clutches. I think we've got about 26 girls breeding. I'll be happy if I get 15 clutches. And I know that seems really bad, seems really low. But again, with moving, with really trying to pick and choose what I'm doing here, with using some of my males on multiple females, I just feel like it's possible that we could have a lot lower season this year than we've had in previous years. But it'll be an amazing season, not only for me to hold back some animals, but for you guys to get some really good gene-packed monarch, het monarch, sunset, het sunset stuff this year. So looking forward to seeing what happens. As always, I'll bring you guys along. It's funny, I've got I got like 20 males here. Breeder males. Maybe 15. There's a few females mixed in there. About 15 breeder males that I'm not using this year. And I don't know if I'll ever use them. So we'll see. I might be releasing some or most of them here soon. I know everybody talks about not needing males or, I only buy females, etc. These are some really good males. Some power-packed males. So, like, I've got some 5-gene highway stuff. Pastel acid blackhead pinstripe highway. I've got pastel acid blackhead possible pinstripe ivory. Yeah, I mean, I'm looking down here really quick. Sunset stuff, some monarch stuff that I'll hold on to. This year, I might actually have some triple hets. 100% triple het, Xanthic, VPI Xanthic, Clown, and G-Stripe. I have a 1.2 that I'm currently breeding. If I get a clutch or clutches from them, then I'll probably sell the project. That G-Stripe from earlier that I mentioned. There's a bunch of them in here, and we'll see. I've got a bunch that are growing up. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I got like 15 animals here that are growing up from last year. Quite a few of them are actually males. So some of them will go into the breeding projects. Some of them will they might end up getting sold. But a lot of them will go into the breeding projects for next year, which means these males will need to go to make room for these males as they get up to size. So keep an eye out for that. I don't always post everything on Morph Market. I've got 3 or 4 males currently that I'm trying to get, that I'm okay with getting rid of, that I haven't posted on Morph Market yet. So if you're looking for breeder males, let me know. I got a handful. I can let you know what I got going on. But yeah, that's it. Otherwise, links are all down below. Facebook, Instagram, our Patreon, our Morph Market. And like I said, if you go to my channel and you look through the shorts, you can see the little 15-second videos of I think there's all but like 3 of my animals that are on Morph Market, of my ball pythons that are on Morph Market, that I have videos of. And the reason I don't have videos of the 3 is because they were deep in shed. No reason to show you an animal that doesn't look good. So like this one, nope, not that one. This one? Yeah, this one here. This one just shed. So I'll probably get a video of this beautiful pastel, yellow belly, blackhead, 100% het desert ghost male. So I don't have a video of him up yet. I will get a video, a little 15-second video, and get that posted today since he did just shed. But like I said, there was like 3 of them that I hadn't done videos on yet because they were going in the shed. And there was just no reason to show those off yet. But I will update those as they come out of shed. Like I said, this one will go up today. And get you guys updated on other things throughout the next couple weeks. But yeah, hoping to do some more videos. I'm going to show off some animals, I think, this week. I think I'm going to do a couple of videos where I'm going to do like some females. I'm going to do some males. I'm going to show off some more breeding projects and try and get you guys, get you caught up. So, you guys take care. I appreciate it. Make sure to like the video. Subscribe if you haven't already. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them down below. You can email me. You can reach out to me on social media. I'm always here to help. Always here to give you my side of the hobby. Tell you how things are going, what I'm doing, and let you know what I can from my experience if you need help with something. Everybody take care. We'll see you on the next one.